my stream. Welcome. Today is Friday. It's the end of another week. Although some people might still go to work tomorrow, so let's just say it's the end of the working week in that sense. So what is up, stream? Welcome. How would I rate the day so far? Somehow, this week has been a bit eventful. Um, some eventful, but still the most. I think of all the weeks I've been streaming so far, this week has been sort of very, you know, a bit low energy on like the previous week. Even though this week I actually went to the market, like I went to a public space with my streaming and all of that. Welcome. Today I brought props because I decided that I'm not going to do um a lot of, I'm not going to I might read later on in the stream because I like it, but um I'm just going to try something crafty with my hands today on stream. Yesterday was so frustrating for me, I'm not going to lie, and it was because of the noise from the football tournament, and I was training to hear myself, and I wonder if that was why the turnout yesterday was a bit short, as in people didn't stay, visitors to the stream didn't stay as long as usual because of the noise, I think, and just training to even hear myself above the noise was um frustrating. Hello, Kasim. Zaidov. Zaidov. That's the pronunciation of your name, yeah? Kasim. And this name is in Ruski. So what country are you from? How to say where are you from in Russian? Russian, you say Afrikanet. Вы? Вы Afrikanet? У меня Nigerian. I think that's the proper pronunciation. Not Uminya is I have, yes. Yeah, Nigeritski. Nigeriet something. Yeah, Nigeritski. V Sto. Hello, Aniel. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm fine, Aniel. Uminya zовут King Kasim. Ави? Ух ты, а ты красивая. Спасибо большое. Спасибо большое. Thank you, Aniel. Thank you for joining my stream. Thank you. Where are you from? My name is King. I'm from Nigeria. Where are you from? Kasim. Good day. The Belgium. Hello, that's interesting. I've never had somebody from Belgium and Neil. Kasim меня зовут. Да. Я знаю. The name on the screen. Belgium. I've never had somebody from Belgium. But okay, that's cool. Have you always lived in Belgium? Тебя сколько лет? Нет. Yani, Gabarit pa late. Anya, you live in Belgium. Okay. Have you okay, that means you were raised, you were born there, or you moved over there for business or school or work, or you were raised in Belgium. I'm from Nigeria. Minye Atibie. Ah, yeah. How to say it? Yeah. Ni near Ochin. Um, how to say older? Yeah, old enough. Like I don't want to say my age. Yani, how to say na Angliscum skajis koka tibie in English. Skajis koka, skoka. Yeah, da. Da. Yani skaju. Niet. Нет, я не скажу мой лет. Я не скажу. Sorry. No, я не Lubinka. What do you call this kid? What? Harasha. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Ati Zamujnaya. Mm, Zamuj, is it old or young? I'll say da. 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 I think Zamuj Naya is young or older. How is Zamuj? Is Zamuj older or younger? Hmm. Muj jest. Нет. Почему? Почему ты сказал Junj? Beautiful country, Nigeria. Thank you, Aniel. Maybe one day I'll be able to visit Belgium. I've heard that it is a small. Is Belgium a small country? Ghana. Oh, it's good. I feel like Ghana would be more interesting, for tourists than Nigeria itself. Ankara was nice. I've not been to Ghana actually, but I've heard that they have nice places. I've not been to Ghana. Also, Belgium is a small place. Do you speak French? Do you speak French? Or what language do you speak in Belgium? Yeah, yeah. Nigerians are everywhere. Oh, Dutch. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I have a friend in Germany. I have a friend in Germany though, and she speaks Dutch. She speaks Dutch. So and she told me that learning Dutch is very like clunky, like it's heavy work to learn Dutch. Like you guys are living in the Flemish side, okay? Okay, so that means some places that speak French and some places speak Dutch. Oh, Wallonia. Is that the correct pronunciation? Wallonia. Hello, Sharif. Welcome to the stream. Today is Friday. I hope your week was awesome. Welcome. Oh, okay. That's cool. Maybe one day I'll visit Belgium like this. When I visit Belgium, if we are still friends, maybe you can show me around your side of your country. What what is your favorite Belgian dish? What's the name of your favorite Belgian dish, Aniel? Kasim, Kasim. Gidevi. Kasim. What is your favorite dish, Aniel? Sheriff, what's up? Alpha. Chocolate. What kind of dish is chocolate? How do you eat chocolate as a dish? Chocolate is a dessert, yeah? Chocolate is a dessert. I also love chocolate a lot. I love chocolate a lot. I'm always looking for new chocolate treats to enjoy. There's this Dutch chocolatey caramel sweet we have here that is called Appenlibi. My name is King Aniel. My name is King Alpelibi. It's this caramel sweet that we have here, and I think the company that bakes it is a Dutch company. Oh, wow, you are lucky. Do they give you like lots of chocolates? Yes, King. Interesting, Abby. My name is King. Yeah. No, no. I've heard that a lot. When I say my name is King, they'll say, not Queen. I'm like, no, not Queen, King. Yes, if you ask, you're so lucky. You are so lucky. Oh, wow. I would be taking so much chocolate. Oh my God, so much chocolate if I were working in a chocolate factory or working at a chocolate factory. Thank you, Anil. Thank you. I feel like you're nice as well. I feel like you're a very nice person. Hello, Aziz. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. My name is King. I am streaming from Nigeria. I also take 2 timestamp a week from. Your family is so lucky. Your friends are so lucky. What do you mean? Just like that? 2 timestamp a week. That means like a break, yeah? You take. Oh, thank you so much, Anil. I really appreciate your presence here. Bye bye. Enjoy your day at work. Thank you for joining my stream. Yes. Okay. Um I wonder, like, it's been nice so far talking to people on my stream. Today I actually wanted to play with my clay that I bought recently. I bought it for my birthday. I was like, let me play with clay. Maybe I can learn how to work with clay. Bye bye, Anil. Thank you for stopping by. I have streams every day, so if you want to check me out, like any day you see a stream, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So today's stream, I wanted to play with my clay. I have this modeling clay here. Front end coder. Hi. Front end coder. Before you go, what's your name? How you just like come into the stream and say bye bye? How? I have to say hi. Then let's exchange. Let's talk a little bit. Like say hi. Your name. I tell you my name. And then you can say bye. Hello. Welcome to my stream. Today I wanted to try making like something with my modeling clay. Thank you. Most people come to my show and they're like, "You're so cute," and that's so funny to me because hi, my name is Front End Coda. Okay, what is your stream about? So today, my stream is just like for us to chill and just have fun chatting about everything or anything that comes up in our discussion. Usually, I read books, do stuff about academia. And Newton Costa, hello Costa, hi. So I do things with code. Sorry, sorry. I do things like academia related, but today I was like, let me just chill. Yes, I'm streaming from Nigeria. My name is King. My name is King. I'm streaming from Nigeria. Are you from Nigeria as well? Where are you from? Lagos. Lagos, Lagos. I'm living in Lagos. Yes. That's my name, oh. Not Queen. It's not a mistake. Hi, Costa. Why are you going, Costa? You're going. Why are you going? Why are you going to? Don't go anywhere. Stay. Stay, okay? Why would you just leave like that? You have to stay. Stay, okay? We are going to do something interesting. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out. Just don't go anywhere. Yes, my name is King. I know some people might be like, okay, that's odd. Why not Queen or But no, my name is King. Dun, 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 dun. So I was talking about clay. Yeah? I was saying that I wanted to play with clay and all of that. So I have this bunch that I got, this pack I got. Oh yeah. No, I beg go. My name is just King. I beg, I beg. Not from the royal family. So I have this thing here that I want to play with. I started because I wanted to learn how to like work with clay, but not seriously, just like a hobby. And this was the only one I could get at the store close to me. Um, and I tried working with it. See, it's open. I tried working with it, but it was so frustrating. I kind of abandoned it for like months now. Anyways, I was talking about it yesterday on stream, and I was like, why not try to make something again at least. So this is what I was working with before, and I got frustrated using it. I saw this tutorial on YouTube where I don't know if you know this guy Proco. He makes he makes art basically. Like he has he has like tutorials about lots and lots of art branches like clay. I thought it was mostly like anatomy, 3D, and you know just like drawing, painting. But when I was looking for a lesson where to learn um about um molding from, I saw that one of his videos popped up. So I was like, okay, let me learn how to at least model a skull. And I was trying it, but it was so frustrating. I was not making any progress. So I dropped it. But I'm willing to try. I can't remove my ring. I'm willing to try again. Okay, Zamuj means, are you married? Oh, no. Yani Zamuj Naya. Yani Zamuj Naya. Yatoka. Only me. Yatoka. I don't know the opposite of Zamuj. So, the way the tutorial went was that he said you have to make like a model out of like papers, and then model some kind of round ball shape for your head to plaster on or create. So I was using this paper, but I got so frustrated. and like it does the amount of clay I was trying to work with. So this is our prop for today, Udemy clay. Now, the thing I saw about this clay was that I didn't realize that there was like different kinds of clay, and I didn't realize that this was this type of clay. I thought it would be this air dry kind of clay when I saw it at the store. So I didn't really do any research. I just bought it in excitement, I was just feeling so excited I could buy it. And it wasn't like cheap like that though. But I got it for myself like a gift. So anyways, I come back and I check the tutorial, and the guy says this type of clay never dries. It is always damp. And so there's a certain kind of project you might not be able to do with it. And I didn't want to get discouraged because he was like, you can also still work with modeling clay, like this wet clay, or what do they call it? Anyways, I was like, okay, let's try. And I worked well with it. I think I was able to model like some sort of lizard face. I don't know what was wrong exactly about it. I kept on adjusting and it wasn't working. Like, why? At one point I got the nose right, but then the forehead was sticking out weird. I have pictures though. Maybe I should post the pictures on my community post so that you see that I tried. But every time the face always turned out to look like this lizard face, yeah. So I know he gave a very good helpful lesson on how to model your head that you intend to sculpt, yeah. But I don't really have, the only thing I have right now is this paper that I might be able to squeeze, but tape that you use to wrap the paper. The tape I have, it it allows this clay to slide off, which is very, I didn't take note of it, but when I'm thinking about it now in retrospect, it's as if, yeah, that's obviously why it was not, shaping well. The texture of the clay on the tape became so irritating, and it was not satisfying at all. So, and then my hands started to pain me a lot. Anyways, I was like, let me just try to see if I could do something with the clay. So maybe I can work with it like this. I went to a primary school that we had a lot of playtime, or we had timetable. We had like a syllabus that included playtime for us. We had music classes. We had playing class to sing this clay. We had excursions, all of that. But um after and that is where I learned somewhat to play the recorder. So I learned to play the recorder, but I don't think this. I think the only thing I can remember is G, B, A. I think those three. I think, and then C. I think C is this. This you cover the back. A, you don't cover the back. B, I think G is like this, but I could be wrong, Sha. I could be wrong. It was so serious for us because we performed it at end of the year parties for the school, Christmas parties for the school. Um, yeah, those two parties. End of the year takes place in summer, and Christmas party takes place at the end of the year. That's why end of the year is the end of like first and second term, third term. And Christmas is Christmas party. And I was very involved in extracurriculars in primary school. I just loved participating in all those things. Even though I had very mean teachers, yeah. But the teachers that taught us all this like choreography, music, clay work, all of that, they were not mean. It was just my subject teachers that were mean. Maybe because I was a very slow and shy kid. I was very slow and shy. So this is the head shape. I don't think a human head is as perfectly round as this, but um I think we can make something out of it. So there are tools that he encourages you to have, but if you are just a beginner, you can't just go and start investing in buying them. Also, where I wouldn't know where to source these tools for my sculpting adventures or my sculpting hobbies because I don't go out. And it's not like I'm shy, so I don't go out. It's just crowds give me intense anxiety. Like in the stream I did on Tuesday when I went to the market with my dad. It was this week I went to the market. Like when I was in the car, already the idea of going out was already stressing me. Like I was overthinking it, but I needed to go. So if I write on it to sustain the play. So I was very like I'd made up my mind, gathered courage that okay, I will go out. So we went in a car. As we got there, like immediately I saw the crowds of people, just normally strolling around and buying their wares. Immediately, like there's this feeling that came into my heart, like as if I was in trouble, you know. I was like, why? What is this feeling? What exactly is this thing that I'm feeling in my heart? And it was fear, I was anxious. And it's like, I now realized, I think that was the first time I made the connection that, oh, what I was experiencing was just an anxiety about the crowd that I was looking at. And it wasn't as if I needed to keep learning how to go to the market. When I was a child, my mom would be like, oh, follow me to the market. And I was like, no, please, no, 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 I'll help you when you come back. And sometimes she would force me to follow her. And I didn't know why. I thought maybe it was because there was something I needed to fix inside of me. And I thought it was something I could also fix, like by going to the market. But whenever I had it, like I started living alone in school and all of that, I rarely went to the market. I don't know. It's just so stressful for me to consider. But now that I figured out that it's just the crowds that stress me out, I think I can schedule my movement now. If I say, okay, I want to go out and like check out a new sport, even though I don't do that, like don't have the resources to do that frequently right now at least. Whenever I get to that point where I can easily move about, I think I would look for spaces that don't have crowds. I think I would look for spaces. What am I doing? I think I'll look for spaces that don't have crowds, spaces that won't send me, make me panic. Although the other contradictory aspect of this anxiety is that I love meeting people, I love watching people, I love observing, people being in a space. When I observe people being in a space, it makes me feel like I'm learning how to be a human being. I'll be like, oh, so this is how people dress. Oh, this is what you wear. Ah, okay, okay. Ah, this person looks happy. This person does not look happy. This person looks cool. Oh, can I speak with this person? No, 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 don't speak with this person. So it's just very interesting to me to realize that at this point in my life that crowds give me anxiety. It's not even crowd. Like I feel like when there is a possibility of me being in a place where more than you know few people, maybe 2 or 3 people can perceive me, it's so stressful to me. It's like, please do not perceive me, which is ironic because I am streaming here, and when you stream, it's as if you're putting yourself out there to be seen, abi, like you're putting yourself out there to be perceived. But I feel like digital perception it's kind of different from the real world's, you know, style of perception. Like the real world perception vibes. There's something about being with people, being around people, and having to process people and having to be not unsettling to the people around you, you know, trying to control their narratives of what they might see when they look at you, that just throws me off completely. So whenever I go out, I just pretend that people don't exist around me. I go as if, even if I pass a place where I might know somebody, I somehow lose my vision of them. I don't know this human being exists. Unless, and it has happened to me several times, when somebody I know in my living area, I'm walking down the street to maybe a store, and let's say somebody that knows my family, sees me and is like, hey, Alpha. If I respond, it's usually like a 360 scan, because there's no way I'm going to see that person, to be honest. It's as if I can see, but I can't really see. And then I'm like, and then the person has to come and meet me and touch me sometimes. And I'm like, oh, hi, hi. And I, and I try to be so enthusiastic. Email. Hello, Clint. That flag is South African flag, yeah? That flag is the South Africa, from South Africa. I'm streaming from Nigeria. So I don't understand email. What do you mean email unless I have? Thank you. Thank you for showering my stream with these emojis. Thank you for being here. I hope you have fun with me here. So the back of the head is looking a bit wonky. Let me finish off these eyes. I'm just making a little freaky guy. There's nothing spectacular about him. Hello. This is my freaky little guy. Now let me try to make sense of his head. Email is strictly confidential and intended solely for the... Oh, Clint, I don't understand what you mean by email. Do you want me to give you my email in vitro? So anyways, what was I talking about? So I was like, let me put a little bit of smile line here. I was thinking of going to the cinema whenever I can to watch the new Fantastic Four movie. I wonder if you've seen it. If you've seen Fantastic Four, I haven't, and I want to see it in the cinema. I also want to watch Superman in the cinema. David Corrin Sweat in the cinema. Um, yeah, this is my little guy. It's kind of freaky. He's kind of scary, but he's very valid. I think. I need to platform my little guy. It reminds me of Edward Munch Scream Arts. So let me put it there as a totem of the stream. So now I have this. What am I going to do with it? Maybe I should make a little form for our little guy. I was thinking of going to the cinema to watch Superman. There's something about, and I would like to go to the cinema when I know it's like a working day where people would not be as much visiting the cinema that day, and when I'm in the viewing room, it will just be a very spacious theater, and I'll just be by myself or with one of my siblings in the dark, in the cold darkness of the space. I think that would be cool because I could watch it on my phone, and all of that, but I kind of want to enjoy the vibe of this new Superman movie. Like, I want to enjoy the vibe of this movie in its theater. I would have watched Sinners in theater, but I was not really like, it didn't work out that way. I wanted to watch it with my sibling, but he was very busy. So, um, but this Superman, I'm going to watch it with my sibling in the theater at the cinema. Then another movie I think I want to watch now is Fantastic Four. This guy kind of reminds me of the Thing, but I know it's not accurate. The Thing is a nice guy, yeah. The Thing is a nice guy. I can't see this one. The Thing is a nice guy, and he's saving people. Okay. Also, I want to the Silver Surfer. Yeah. Silver Surfer is played by Julie Garner, and I love Julie Garner. I've loved her since the first moment I saw her in Oz. Sorry, Ozark. I loved her like from the first moment I met her in Ozarks. I was like, oh, okay, okay. This is a fave of mine. I claim her as my fave. So anyways, so I'm going to. I wonder how. From the thing I saw in the trailer, I don't think have the voice of the Silver Surfer is anything human. I think it's edited or enhanced by some kind of audio effect. So I wonder, but I recognize the shape of her head, I guess. I recognize the shape of her head. You know that Fantastic Four has this animated series. I think we watched it when we were kids, actually. I did for $6. Do what for $6? Benetros. Explain yourself. I don't understand. Do what for $6, Benetros? So my little guy is kind of like an evil guy that has a cloak. I don't know, should I give him hands or legs? This is not a human, okay? This is just a little guy. Maybe he's an alien like me, you know? I am an alien, so. Benetros, explain yourself. What do you mean $6? What will I do? What do you want me to do? Or what are you asking? Is it going to the cinema or something that you're talking about? Because I'm talking about movies here. So anyways, um, I was thinking of all that. September, I think September is one of my, I don't want to say my last free month, but I think I'm free for the month of September as far as I can see. Maybe it might change, maybe it won't change, you know. Maybe it might change, maybe it won't change. Speaking of aliens, I finally watched E.T. after hearing about it for so many years growing up about this alien thing, E.T. E.T. I was like, ah, when will I see this movie? When will I see? And I used to skip my mind. Eventually, I forced myself to sit down and watch it last year, and it really took me on a journey. I didn't expect to be taken on this ride that I was taking on. So the head is bigger than the body, so I might need to create support for the head. Anyways, I didn't expect to be taken on the journey that E.T. took me on. E.T. took me on a certain sort of journey, and it was so many ups and downs, especially like when I thought like I was waiting for something intense to happen, but it didn't happen. The intensity didn't play out the way I imagined in my mind watching it. And then the alien died. You know, it didn't really die, but when it died, I was like, why? Why would this alien die? And I sort of felt like I needed to mourn it for a bit, you know, which I keep it like this. which I did, you know, and that's what the characters in the movies did too. When E.T. died, they were all crying, the kids were crying, even the FBI agents were sad and all of that. And then it came back to life. But the process of it dying was like a slow decay, you know. It was like this slow decay, this slow falling apart of its body. And it was as if, no, let's save it, let's water it, let's not put it in the light, let's keep it in this condition so it will not be too bad, too let it not wither off. So I was like, that's true, don't let it die, please don't let it die. And eventually it died. There was nothing they could do to save it. Even when they came to kidnap him, that, oh, I'm taking it to the federal government. Like, it wasn't, it wasn't, they had compassion, a level of compassion on it. But anyways, my point is, like, everybody was mourning that, oh, it is dead, it is dead. But actually, it was just shedding the configuration it came to Earth in, because it was no longer sustainable for its existence, its remaining here. You know, and if the FBI had not intervened, maybe it would have still gone through that whole um it definitely would have still gone through that whole withering process that it went through, you know, when they came and all of that. But I think my point is that sometimes you might think that dying, you know, is kind of like the end, or, you know, dying is some kind of end state, you know. And I can't speak for people that are actually grieving, trying to get the consistency of this limb I've been feeling so far. So anyways, I can't speak for the consistency. Sorry, I can't speak for the people that actually, you know, have experienced that horror. You know, this is just like maybe a chip of a support, or a reminder that um friendly kind reminder that death is not a signal of an end, you know. I feel like it is a continuation of beingness, but just in a more sustainable form. So anyways, I don't think I'll be able to match consistency of this link. I don't think so. I feel like this is big, but I want it to be as long. Like, they're nearly the same height, but this is thicker than this. So I think another fun thing that happened was I was trying to watch this anime Ts um last or early hours of this morning, but what happened was that I got suggested another anime, which is Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho, it's a 1998 or 92. I actually even intended to watch Hunter x Hunter, the 90s version of it. But I was like, let me watch Ts. And then when I said let me watch Ts, and I saw Yu Yu Hakusho, and I've always heard of Yu Yu Hakusho. So I was like, let me watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Let me see what it is about. Because one thing about me, I love 90s anime. Even though I didn't get into the anime scene um, very early, I think it was during it was in 2016. I think I finally it was 2016. I somewhat stumbled into the anime scene, and just because of it was through one of my siblings. But I think in 2012, in school there was this noise about this certain anime called Beelzebub, and Beelzebub Beelzebub is an anime about a demon, about the devil. The devil had a son. I think it was by a human or something. Somehow the devil had a son, and the devil decided to put his son on earth, you know, as for training to show him whether he should destroy the world. So he put Beelzebub on earth, and then unfortunately for this other person that was a teenager going to school, he was stuck raising Beelzebub. He did not have a choice. He had to raise the baby. And then their life became this very funny comedy, which I think really sealed my love for anime then. And like Beelzebub was fun, it was electric. This kind of looks like Edward Munch's scream, this positioning of this appendages, doesn't it? Kind of looks like a scream, like oh. But anyway, this is not a human being. This is my little guy that I just came up with. So, anyways, Beelzebub. That was, and then after I completed Beelzebub, I now decided let me look for another anime, to watch because I had a system back then which was pretty cool at the time. And then I found this anime called Kenichi. I don't know when I tell people about Kenichi, it's like they don't know the anime. Maybe I'll look for it later on today. There's this anime called Kenichi, and it's about a guy that was challenged by some fighters, and they're like, you have to fight us. But Kenichi doesn't know one thing about fighting. So Kenichi decides to go to a what do you call it? A judo, but it's not exactly a judo. It's like um this house where a bunch of um martial artists live, and there was a girl that was like his kind of like his age, and then there was a man, and then there was an old master, and it was cool because Kenichi was learning how to fight, and I ended up not competing it because I think life happened, and um I had to like abandon my anime explorations for a very long time, and it seemed as if I forgot it from 2012 to 2016, and then I picked it up again when my sibling was like, oh, I'm watching this anime called Naruto, like I like it so much, and I was like, oh, Naruto. I heard of Naruto when I was way younger than this, like even before, like when all of us were little kids. I said, I heard of Naruto, and I was like, oh, okay. But Naruto was too long for me, and I didn't have where I could easily get the episode, so I just like, I'll watch it now. Anyway, so he introduced me to other animes that I could actually collect from his phone. So I would collect them from his phone, go back to my hostel, and I would download. Like I would spend my days, my evenings watching it. Don't, don't. I'll spend my evenings watching Naruto. Sorry, those anime. And that time, I think I was able to watch some anime. There's this Tanya, the evil AOT. No, AOT was not then. He asked me to watch AOT immediately. I was like, I don't think so. Then, um, to me, like the first episode before that thing happened in AOT, I always fell asleep trying to watch, and I'm like, no, I'm not watching it. Then, um, I watched Fate, and it was this Fate that was very straightforward, not those other Fates that was focused only on Saber. It was this Fate, I think it was Fate pre. Hello, Gaurav. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me here today. Are you done with school? So, anyways, I'm making this little guy, this fellow here, this alien, because I'm an alien. So, anyways, oh, welcome back from school. I hope you did not get in any trouble today, or you did not punish anybody today as minister. He's cute, yeah. Thank you. I've not thought of what to name him yet, or name it yet, because it's an alien. They don't do gender from in his planet. So in their planet or in its planet, they don't do gender. So that's my little guy. Why did you punish them? What did they do? Why do you like kidding? I know you cannot be that mean. You are too playful to be mean. Um, so I was talking about anime, and I was talking about the animes. Why? They are quiet. Oh, I understand. I understand. But are you guys like writing exams this period, or you just started the term this period? Because it's September, that means you guys just started, yes, your school term, school year. So, anyways, I was talking about anime, and oh, I'm sure your classes will be a bit boring right now. So, I was talking about still the head is too big. It's too big and it cannot stand. That's the other thing that this person I was following his tutorial said, that you have to put like wire frame between your structures so that they will not fall apart. Like they will have massive support, like enough support, for their form. But anyways, I'm just playing around. So then this anime I was watching, um when I was talking about anime, I watched Fate Zero. I think that was the first one I watched. Fate Zero. And Fate Zero was about all these special weapons that were all assigned to look for the Holy Grail. And then I, for the first time, heard this word called homunculus. Okay, homunculus, her name was Elizabeth, and Elizabeth was a product of one evil man like that. I don't know if he was evil, but he was not kind. And she was, I think this homunculus was the key to the whole Holy Grail, but they had to fight each other. And I was rooting for Lancer, but Lancer did not last too long. I liked Arthur, because Arthur, I thought hearing of Arthur meant that I would have to see a man or something fighting with sword. Um, well, it was not a man; it was a woman, and I liked Arthur's design and all of that. It was nice to see. Also, Arthur lasted longer throughout the fight of the Holy Grail. Yes, I've watched this anime, Weathering with You. I watched Weathering with You in 2020. Sorry, what is your name? Sorry, I haven't seen Weathering with You. Although I have Weathering with You in my system, so but what is your name was so, like, so goated, so interesting. The story was amazing. Like, imagine waking up in somebody else's body and it's not even the same gender. You're a girl and you wake up in a boy's body. I watched Dororo. I love Dororo. Oh, I think I'm going to rewatch all this anime someday. Someday. I enjoy. I was so sad to see it end. When I got to the ending, I didn't want it to end. I wanted to continue living with our main character, my neighbor Totoro. Yes, I've seen my neighbor Totoro. I've seen my neighbor Totoro. I have a sibling that loves anime, so I can never ever not be up to date about animes. Although my neighbor Totoro is Hayao Miyazaki, yeah, I think, or not. This anime, I was talking about Fate Zero. Then there's this other anime, this Akame ga Kill. I do not like that anime. I think it sold me false promises, false dreams, and I think it was an AOT wannabe. I think Akamigaki was an AOT wannabe. First of all, the main character had brown hair and green eyes, and the way the system he was being trained to go against eventually. He was supposed to get all these weapons from, like, he wasn't supposed to, he was supposed to learn how to operate all these weapons. And at the end of the day, the way they now focused on making the side he was on to die, and to just be him left without that girl that was the main force of the group, was just kind of silly. Because what do you mean to tell me? I don't remember their names exactly, but there's this character with the scissors. That character is peak anime design. Like, that character with the purple hair and scissors. What do you mean to tell me, as powerful as that setting is, like as powerful as that character was, that this nonsense other character will just come and use a gun to kill her because of she had some kind of gun cheat mode or something, and it was too fake. Please, it seemed as if the writer of the anime was on the side of the bad guys, and I don't think that's true because of the ending. And these bad guys, this lady that was such a pain in the ass with the gun, that said this bandit killed her dad, so she's having a revenge. She was already working for the government that was a very bad government, and that was torturing groups of people, and there was this hierarchy in the country, and the government was like a group of people that only shelled out propaganda to support their oppression. So it's like, that's why I feel like it's an AOT duplicate, but the writer did not have the skill to see it to the end. Because tell me why, like, you have a character like S on your side, and you still have the character like you still have a character like the gun girl, the one with the father that they killed, that gun police officer girl with the dog that was a menace. Like, you have those two characters, and these good guys don't even have one strong character that can withstand the gun or something. It was so fake. Like, I know this is an anime, but guy, try to maybe consistent in your narration. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to me, anyways. So this is my little guy. Maybe I should try to make a support for for them to stand on. Make a support for them to stand on. So anyways, um yeah, the writing was so bad, and then eventually we now see S that fighting the main guy at the end, and it's like what is the basis of this fight? What are they trying to prove with this fight? And SZ eventually, she was defeated. After we were made to see her be hateful and be mean, you know, without any real, it just seemed so one-dimensional. And I think that's what you get when you focus on copying, um, when you focus on copying somebody else's work. But Akamiga Q, I'm never rewatching it again. I only liked that I could enjoy the fun characters on the good side. The lion girl, the guy with the blue hair, and the lady with the scissors, and then that twin that had one kind of trauma that made her, you know, like, she had one trauma with her sister, and her sister is on the bad side and she's on the good side, you know, like, those character designs were very, very cool. Have I gotten to 100? Serious? Wow. Oh my god. Gaurav, thank you. That was so cool. That is so cool of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Maybe I'm going to. What do you think I should do to celebrate 100 subscribers? What do you think I should do to celebrate? I already said if I got to 1K, or when I get to 1K, I would celebrate with a bottle of wine. But for 100 subscribers, what do you think I should do? Should I eat something sweet on stream? I think I'm going to buy chocolates and eat something on my stream. So eat chocolate on my stream. I love chocolate, even though I know they are not good for my teeth. Like I don't know. Like I want to splash for my 100 subscribers. Thank you for getting me to this point. I hope we can get to 1K. So, anyways. Yeah. So I was saying that another anime that I think what I was getting to was how 2020 really shaped how I felt completely. We want to see travel stream. Oh, maybe if I go to buy the chocolates, I'll take you with me to buy chocolate at the store. It's not far from my house, so you'd see the store, you'd see people on the road, and you'd see the selection of chocolates that I have to pick from. So anyways, I'm going to do it. Maybe that's what I'll do. Although I feel very anxious being in public. I'll do my best to do an outside stream for my 100 subscriber celebration. Um, so in 2020, we had to go home. We had to leave university, and because of the COVID and all of that. Anyways, when we came home, oh, we dived deep. I mean, all of us, me, my siblings, we all started watching like different animes. Like it was just, so many options. It was fun. When will I go for the outing? I think I'll go for the outing on Sunday because people will not be plenty outside. So it will not give me too much anxiety. But I'll go on Sunday when most of my those are the people that might know me will be in church. I'll just take a walk to the store. And they open on Sunday, so I think that's good. So in 2020 was when I watched What Is Your Name? When I watched E.T. fully, Attack on Titan, when I watched Kimetsu no Yaiba. What can I do? So these are support. So let's see. Let's see. This is support. No, still not enough. I think it has to be a flat surface. Well, I think I've succeeded in making the reason that the table is quite sticky, but I think I've succeeded in making my first guy. It's not stable, but at least it's a bit supported than before. So this is my first guy on stream. My first guy, my 100 subscriber guy. Maybe I should name the guy 100. So this is 100. 100 is a friend of the stream, and 100 visited us today. Everybody say hi to 100. His name is 100 because, or their name is 100. Its name is 100 because 100 was created when I reached 100 subscribers. My little guy. Thank you for supporting me, 100. Thank you for being here, 100. Don't fall. But I would like to still try to perfect this support for 100. So anyways, still have some paper. So. Okay. There's some level of I made a sort of support, wire support, foil support for this clip, but it didn't turn out well. So let me pick it apart and get rid of the foil. Maybe I can use it for something else. So 2020 I watched Attack on Titan. Demon Slayer. Um, like yeah, that was when JJK started airing. 2020, I also began watching Big Three. That is anime. Sorry, that is Naruto. And hello, Bettini. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me again today. I hope you have a lovely day today. Um, so um, Naruto. I started watching Naruto. But Naruto is so long, and for me, that have a very thank you, Bettini. Good afternoon, yourself. I hope you have a. Are you at work right now? So I started watching Naruto. Although my brother had already like told me most of the gist of Naruto, but he managed to keep the spoilers far from me, so I really appreciated that. Um, and then I started watching anime by myself. I started downloading episodes to keep up with the releases and watching it on my laptop, and it was cool. It was cool to do so. Anime, and then I started watching. I think 2020 was when I watched. 2019 to 20 was when I watched Tanya. Oh, you're back from work. Wow. Okay, that's cool. So you have the rest of the day to chill and relax, Abby. I really enjoyed watching Tanya, Tanya the Great, because it was such a. Oh, I'm trying to make something with my clay. I just need this guy. This guy's name is 100, and he's made out of modeling clay. So modeling clay does not dry, so it's going to have to remain sticky, and pliant forever and ever. But this is my alien guy. He's an alien just like me. This is an alien. This is an alien just like me. 100 and King are both aliens. So, anyways, yeah. What was I talking about? Tanya. Tanya was awesome. Every day I look up the internet checking for news about season 2. I even watched the over. Oh no, I even watched the movie after I completed season 1, and it was awesome. I think another anime that I really would never forget was Gangsta. I started this anime called 19, but it was just 3 episodes, so I couldn't find the rest. Maybe I'll make a point of searching it up, but I really enjoyed Gangsta. I enjoyed watching Gangsta. There was this anime I tried to start, Fully Cooley, but Fully Cooley is so fucking weird. Fully Cooley is just a weird anime, and I don't know why I can't just make sense of it, you know. And I understand that it's not all animes you have to make sense of, okay? There's this anime that I was just thought of, Kokoku. Thank you very much, Betty. I'll take that as a compliment. So there's this anime I started. No, there's this anime I watched. Yeah, Kokoku. Kokoku was about like this time skip kind of anime, like where this girl was trying to save her family from something, but it was very well done. Most of the time, I tend to avoid time travel, time skip works in media. It's just so irritating to watch, especially American Hollywood type of time travel thing. It just stresses me out. I don't know why. It just stresses, I hate it there. But Kokoku was cool. Kokoku did not stress me out. It was just perfect. And usually why I hated it was that there was no way. Why I usually hate time travel in media is because they don't know how to end it. Because it is a time thing, and time does not really have an end. I personally don't believe time is real, but the time that they work with, they always imply that there is an end, there is a meaning, there is a start, there is a this, there is a past, there is a future, there is a present, and you can manipulate, you can change, you can travel, you can go from. So it's like, okay, how are you going to end it now? Especially when they now involve this mix of romance and it's just so icky and so badly done. So I'm like, no, thank you. I just started avoiding anything that has to do with time travel media. But Kokoku was different. Kokoku was about a little girl. It was about strange creatures that came, into Earth. I think they're aliens as well, and um, they came to. There's a point I've forgotten. I watched it in 2021 though. Forgotten most of the plot, but I just remember her running around, trying to catch different things, making a friend along the way, and her missing her friend when she later, sort of made sense of everything. I was able to save her family. It was so cool. Maybe that's another anime I have to watch. One of my viewers, Gora, talked about Dororo. Dororo too was awesome. And one thing about me is that first impressions of things, they're usually wrong. My first impressions of things are usually just very off. Especially when it comes to anime, my first impressions are very off. Because tell me why, when my brother was like, "Oh, you should watch Dororo," I started watching Dororo, but it just seemed so boring to me, you know. And I was like, maybe I'll just keep it. One day I'll watch it. And then that day came in 2021 when I really didn't have anything to do. I think I was 7 then or whatever. So I was like by myself, and I was like, let me just see Dororo. And I started watching Dororo, and it was the best thing ever. Like, I feel like it's mostly animes that usually have a slow start. Actually, for me, whenever I watch an anime and it just seems so slow, I think I'll give myself space and then I'll come back to that anime maybe after a while, because the second time I watch it, or the second attempt at watching it would be so much better, and then the story would reveal itself to be something very, very awesome, which happened for most of the animes. And even AOT, the first episode I watched, when I watched the first episode of AOT, I was literally dozing, I was sleeping. I was like, what are people talking about here? Like, what's going on here? So I was dozing a lot, and I was like, I don't want to watch this. Well, I think after like weeks had passed, and I was like, okay, let me see it again. Let's see what's going on. And then I got to was it episode 1 or 2 that thing happened to Aaron's mom? And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was hooked forever and ever. So, um, Demon Slayer is actually different. Demon Slayer was cool from the very beginning up to the point where I'm in, where I'm waiting for that Infinity Castle. That's where I think, is it out yet? I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to, when I get there, maybe I'll talk about Infinity Castle as very well. Um, but it was like Demon Slayer is one of those exceptions to my thing. Then there's this anime that I watched in 2020, which was Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo is one of the best. Like, I'll keep saying one of the best because I have so many favorite. Samurai Champloo is just peak, man. It's just peak anime, peak everything. And I didn't think I would enjoy it. You think maybe, and I used to think maybe I was this type of person that would be so awed by 4K, 4K, like the way Mappa looks, the way Mappa anime looks. I used to think, oh, that was the only thing that could keep my attention on an anime. But I realize now that 80s anime, 90s anime, the aesthetic, Sailor Moon aesthetic, Revolutionary Girl Utena, and Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter aesthetic. Although the Hunter version I watched was um 2000, I think, the recent one, but still, it was 2000's view is not the same thing. Picture quality is not the same as something made in 2020. So the the vintage, that's the only word I can think of right now, the vintage quality of this anime, like Sailor Moon now, Sailor Moon, Nichijo, I watched it recent as 2024, last year. Nichijo just like yeah, Nichijo peak. And I love that it is old, I love that it is an old anime. I love the way it looks like aged. I love it. I love everything about it. So And when I heard about Trigon too, I mistakenly saw the one of 2000 and something that was just 8 episodes, 10 episodes, and I was not interested at all. So then I now found out that there is an older Trigon that is 1998 as well. And immediately I started watching it, I was hooked. So I love 90s anime. Like sometimes I don't think I care too much about the story. I always give 90s anime a chance in my mind. Like, no, I have to listen to it, I have to watch it. I actually have to watch. I don't have a choice. Like I love you so much. I love the way you look. I have to watch it. So yeah, I always give 90s anime a chance, and even the ones before then. So that's why I promised myself to complete Naruto. But Naruto, the numbers kind of fear me. It's also funny because I started Bleach, and Bleach is one of the big three here. So I started Bleach, and I didn't have a problem flying through the episode. I started Naruto in camp, and I didn't have a problem flying through the episode because in camp there's not really much to do, and there's this restriction around everything. Although me, I'm the person that I always find a way to entertain myself. I'm not a social butterfly. I don't really care to interact with people. Although I do get Raji, hi, welcome to the stream. Raji, welcome to the stream. Raji, did you get my mail about the book on whatever that I sent? I found the copy of that poetry book, and I sent it to you by mail. I wonder if you've seen it. This is my guy, my new guy. He's an alien just like me, and its name is 100 because it was created when I reached 100 subscribers. So I'm fine. I'm fine. So I was talking about what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Okay, camp. So I was in camp and I was watching Naruto every day. Like I made sure I was like 2 episodes before bedtime because I felt so lonely and sad. It was just so alienating being in that space, and I was so scared of everything, of hygiene, of people living around me, and the fact that somebody even stole my sweater, one of my beautiful sweater. She stole it, and I don't want to relive that memory. Anyway, so it was a very, very hard time. So every night I watched Naruto and I felt a little better. So I was flying through the episodes in Naruto. But I don't know, after I got done with camp, I kind of just left it at the side. Then another thing that happened was also another anime that matters to me. Okay, I was talking about Bleach, and for me, Bleach was so easy for me to start. Like it was so easy for me to start. Like I just started it and I was just flying through the episode. I didn't even feel bored 1 second. Like I kept on being intrigued to go to the next episode, to go to the next episode. Another that thing that really encouraged me to continue Bleach was the opening music before they changed it to after like maybe um I think after the arc where what was that his name, the strawberry guy. What do they call strawberry? Ichigo. After Ichigo rescued Rukia from the Soul Society and they finally made it to the real world back. And then his other friend, the girl, the fairy girl, and when she was not attacked by that creature, I knew now she was wearing it. I saw her the next day. She was wearing it. The sweater was so unique. I literally spent the money that I did not have to buy it from the Mami market. So and now also it was cold. And the place I was posted to was very cold. So I now saw it on her and I was like, I went to meet her immediately. I was like, this is my sweater. She was like, eh. I was like, I'm not ask, this is not me to even ask her, confront her and say, oh, you stole my sweater, this is my sweater. I was like, is this your sweater? She was like, yes, because I was scared. I didn't know how to confront her. I was like, is this your sweater? And she said, yes, it's my sweater. I was like, but I have the same sweater. This is my, like, I was so scared. And I now saw one of my friends inside after I left outside. And I brought my friend. And I told my friend that what should I do? I saw somebody wearing my sweater. Like, you just tell her to give you your sweater. Just as you said, when I now went back, she was now like threatening me, threatening to beat me up, and it was kind of embarrassing. But I know that was my sweater. I just know that was my sweater. I went to meet the woman I bought it from. I said, does this sweater, if I show you the sweater, you recognize it? She said yes. And I said, okay. And I asked me the girl, like, can you follow me to this person I bought it from? Let her confirm that this is the sweater she sold me. You know, maybe I wanted to give her the chance to be like, oh, maybe it was a misunderstanding. But she not agree. She said, get out of here, this, that. And she was like making noise, and I just felt so scared. And I was like, okay, I give up on this sweater. It was so painful. But anyways, whatever. She was just a thief. I hope she eats the sweater, and something that does not even matter at all. The sweater was just very pretty, maybe that's why she stole it. Something that is not even her size. Anyways. That's the first thing I should have done. I should have just been like, oh, this is my sweater, give me my sweater. No matter, even if I was unsure. It would be that she should prove to me that it's a sweater. Because when I first approached her, there was this level of uncertainty in her eyes. So when she now saw that I was very, like scared or something, she now fed off of that to be like, it's not your sweater, it's not your sweater. She just, kind of used her own confidence in lying to kind of push me away from collecting my sweater, and that's how it went. And I kept seeing her around, seeing the sweater. It just pissed me off. I was so sad. I wore it only once. I don't even know why I washed it. I guess I was just feeling excited that day. I should have just left it to hang in my bunk side or just inside our hostel. I don't know why I took it outside. I was just feeling very good that day, I guess, when I washed it. Like, oh, my sweater, my sweater. I just felt like, just pissed me off so bad. Let's make a little friend for 100. So anyways, I was what was I talking about? Talking about Bleach. Bleach, the anime was so cool. It is a very cool anime. I love the music. I love the opening. The opening was even what made me continue every episode. Continue the next episode. I'm not, see, that is Lagos thing. It's not in my blood at all. Let me just let you know now. Somebody that is always indoors and does not have plenty friends. I don't have that Lagos blood that people have here. In essence, my eye no sharp. Like, I'm just very, the way you see me, that's where I am. It's just like, although I'm trying to change, trying to be able to like to develop my confidence, to stand up for myself, that no matter what, even if I'm not too sure, let me just stand up for myself. Anything that happens, we can handle it after, but I have to stand up for myself first. And that thing pained me. I was so depressed. And I felt as if, that I was alone. I was like so scared and sad. And then I now met one kind of creepy person. That one now took advantage again of me again. I was like, okay. When I now left the camp, I was like, I've cut you off from my life. Go to hell. Because when you're Joe's, it's not that bad. Like, it's not that bad, okay? But it's not also to the point of confronting somebody in public. I don't have that level of swag or fire to confront somebody in public, I guess. I feel like when I see people, I always just, I don't know. I think it's not about them, it's me, Joe. I just don't have that, like, balls to be like, you back off, you know? Maybe one, like, more and I keep growing, it will just come upon me somehow, or I won't have to face situations where I need to confront people. That's the thing about me, actually. Because I'm the way I am, um I know how to spot people like that from afar. You get, I know how to spot people like that from afar, and I do my best to avoid them. One thing about me, my observation skills. I know when somebody's being fake, you know, and all of that. The other thing, that's why I'm very, very careful about being friendly with people. Very careful about being friendly with people. Very, very careful because you know. And again, what I learned how to do is that I learned how to, cut people off. It's way easier for me than confronting people. I learned how to cut people off. I then totally give them this cold shoulder in such a way that there will never be any reason why you want to even talk to me. But if it comes to all those like confrontation, I actually, to an extent, maybe I should make it bite for my little guy. The book I no, I'm not ready to. I've been busy. Unlike I said it earlier in one of my streams, I think in the evening when I came back from the market, I did another stream. Yes, I went live again, and I said that this week, like from that day of the market till sometime in the following week, I'll be very unstable. Even this stream, I didn't start it at the usual time because I have something going on right now, so I might not be able to show up. I might not have as much free time, you know. Maybe to even out from next week, but for now, from now till middle of next week, I don't think I have free time like that again. But it's there, it's there, it's there. It's there in my mind. It's there in my mind. It's there in my mind too. Front end coder, you're back. Welcome, welcome again. Thank you for the compliments. Front end coder. Thank you for joining the stream again. I try to stream every day though, so there will be another stream tomorrow. I'll be able to keep up with daily streams, but it might not be at a fixed time again like before. I'll have to do other things like do plenty things. And then when I'm settled down, I'll come on live. I hope that's okay, Sha. Hope that's okay. Make it like Thor's hammer or something. So I was saying education am I into? Hmm, education in what sense? Is it like what I'm studying, or if I'm in university, or if I'm teaching or something? If it's for the stream, I just do mostly literature. I read books, plays, classic poetry, and then I solve maths. I do maths. I think tomorrow I'll even try to do a little bit of mathematics on stream as well. I actually liked that moment I had on Monday. I'm through with university, but I studied this in school, economics in school. Front end coder. Are you currently a coder at a company or something you are studying as well? And also, what did you study in school? Okay, I think this is stable. Maybe if I give my little guy a weapon, he will not feel so terrified of existence as much. It's kind of uneven. I'm, I'm making my little guy pickaxe. I'm making my little guy pickaxe. My favorite character design in anime is when the anime characters have weapons that are just like they're part of their design. It just makes sense to me. Like, of course you have a weapon, of course. I don't think it says anything about my stance on violence. So, I'm not for violence and all. But yes, at a computer, did PMT in school. Sorry, I don't know what that is. What is PMT? At a company. Oh, okay. Front end coder at the company. Stay behind me. Opt out soon. Yeah. Okay now. No wahala, Raji. Anyhow it goes. I appreciate you stopping by, Sha. Thank you for joining me today. I tried that Airtel, this thing, Airtel network. The Airtel network was, I feel like the Airtel was like flickering on and off, but I was not really seeing it. It just felt like people could not stay, like it was going off and on for people. People that visited the stream, And again, the way it uses data is like more, like much faster than MTN. MTN runs a bit slower than Airtel, so I don't think it's better per se, like I imagined. I don't think it's better. Is this equal? Let's make the wood stable. But it's okay. Anyhow. I appreciate you stopping by at all. So yeah, I don't know what PMT means or front end coder. Maybe you can explain it to me. I don't understand. Just curious. Project management. Oh, I don't say my age here. Just know that I'm old enough, Sha. You're not streaming with a minor. Just know I'm old enough. This is an adult space. So, anyways, I was talking about bleach, yeah. Not even guessing, safe. Guessing is not even permitted. As long as you're an adult, I don't have a problem. So it's even curious. I should even ask you, why are you asking me about my age? Like, what exactly do you want to figure out with my age? That's not bad. It sounds like a lovely time. But again, you have to tell me, why are you curious about my age? Like, what could be the point of that? Even though I'm not going to say, but I'm curious why people, like when they see people, they just, I think the idea of, to me, I even try to call that curiosity about people I meet as well. When I meet them, I try not to start thinking about their age, because there's certain information that a person's age gives you that kind of colors your interaction with them, kind of censor, either you censor yourself or you allow yourself to behave in a certain way. And it's like, I always want to be authentic, with people that I meet. And I don't want any aspect of their age or sex or whatever, or job or whatever, to color my interaction with them. So because of that, I myself won't give them any excuse to not be themselves with me. Understand? So yeah, I'm never not thinking about Mr. Terrific in Superman. I'm not seeing the Superman movie. Yeah, I'm glad you understand. So I've not seen the new Superman movie, but I love almost all the characters I've seen so far. I like the actor that plays Lex Luthor in real life, Nicholas Holt. I really like that guy. He's so good. He's so good at acting. Like, bro, I like him. But Lex is annoying. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you get to be, you know, your authentic self on on here as well. Like, I hope you have fun with us in this community. I like the actor that plays Lex Luthor, but I know Lex Luthor would annoy me. He would piss me off when I watch it. So I'm not going to say I like Lex Luthor. But the design of Mr. Terrific, I feel like maybe I could go as that character in Halloween. Like for Halloween, I would just paint my face like that, like Mr. Terrific, and kind of wear something green to go as Mr. Terrific for Halloween. I think I want to do that. I like his character design and how he never smiles. He's always frowning, frowning. All the pictures I've seen of him is frowning. Maybe in the movie he smiles, I don't know. But he's always frowning, frowning, frowning. That's why I want to watch Superman in the cinema. I want to experience everything like in such a cool environment. How the cinema will be so dark and quiet, you know. And even if somebody was to make any noise, it wouldn't overshadow the sounds from the cinema, from the screen, you know. So I'm going to go to the cinema one day, sha, and I don't know when. Maybe when there's money in my hand. I'll go to cinema to watch Superman, and then another day I'll watch Mr. Fantastic Four, because I need to see Pedro Pascal's acting. Plus, I like the actor that plays the thing. He's so funny. He was in this show, The Bear. I don't know if anybody has seen The Bear, but yeah, one day I'll go to the cinema and I'll watch Superman there. Superman and Fantastic Four one of these days. So I'm still talking about anime because I really there's this thing that they do abroad. They do Comic Con. I think they do it here in Lagos, but I've not really allowed myself to even explore attending a Comic Con in Lagos. I think the one they did last time, was it in Unilag or something? They did it. I saw the whole thing, but I saw it late. The only way I can go for an event is if I'm aware of it, maybe 3 months in advance, and then I can now prepare my heart to be in such a place and to be able to interact with like people, you know, prepare myself to interact with people 3 months in advance. Then I prepare everything, then I'll be able to go. But if I see an event coming up in 2 weeks, even if I have always wanted to visit the event, I won't go. I won't go because I'll just be so anxious about it. I'll be so anxious, and it's like even though I may end up having fun, but the whole process of going there just to so it feels like it's something I don't want it to be something that you know fills me with so much stress and anxiety. I think that is what I that's why no matter what I want to enjoy, I like to if see the details of it like 3 months in advance. Like now I'm saying one day I go to cinema, one day I go to cinema. I may end up going to the cinema in December or November. That's how I can build up the confidence to go out like that. And also um money things, all of that. But either way, that's not the focus of it is just for me not to be anxious when I go out. Kabir, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you for joining my stream today. You are very welcome to the stream. Today I'm making a little guy, or I've made a little guy called 100. 100 is a staple of our channel now, of my channel now. He's our little guy. He's an alien just like me. Looks like me, yes. Somebody said he resembles me, so I take that as a very big compliment. How are you, Kabir? How is work? Today is Friday. Did you go to work today? You go to work today. kind of like a doll, but this is just modeling clay, plasticine. Is wet clay, it can never dry, so I don't know how long it will last like this. If it was air dry now, I can claim it is a doll. Yes, a doll in that sense. I think it's a doll, but it's clay, so I think it's more of a sculpture, more of a sort of sculpture. And I'm making a little weapon for my guy 100. This is his pickaxe, and he uses it to um for protection when you know he travels in space. It's not a man, it's not a woman, it's not anything, but I'm just using the he for it because it's easier. Okay. Oh, you remember my Ted? Teddy is here as usual. Teddy is always here with me. Teddy is my assistant. Teddy is my receptionist. Teddy is my friend. So, thank you for Teddy. Somebody asked about it today. Teddy says hi. The teddy bear is here. It's true. Teddy, say hi to our new girl 100. Teddy will always be part of our stream, so I'll make sure that I let everybody see Teddy whenever I start my stream next time. So whenever 100 goes out to space, he always has his weapon with him. This is this pickaxe, but 100 is a very very scaredy cat kind of guy, kind of alien. He's scared of everything. He's scared of everything, but he still does everything he wants to do. That's one thing I like about 100. 100 acts regardless of his fear. So 100 is brave, I guess. Talking about bravery, I wonder how many people watch Courage the Cowardly Dog. Courage the Cowardly Dog show. I recently, at one point, I think earlier this year, I was watching all of its episodes. I haven't completed it yet. I think I stopped at 50 something. And watching all of it, first of all, I don't like to see Courage suffer like at all. Whenever he meets all this movie, since that day I've not really seen any movie. What movie did I watch? I've not watched movies recently. Since the time I watched Munja, I've not watched any movies after that. Maybe I should watch a movie today. Maybe if there's lights. I watch it on my phone, but I don't have anyone right now in my mind that I want to watch. What I want to watch actually is anime. Yu Yu Hakusho. I started it early hours of this morning, and I'm just in episode 4 or 5. I'm having a wonderful time with it. So instead of a movie, I'll be watching an anime today. There's something about this pickaxe that is not strong for my liking. It's too round. It's supposed to be firm. What about you, Kabir? Have you seen any movies recently? Like, and what kind of movie do you usually like watching? For me now, I'm watching an anime. Either I continue Clipper Test or I just continue Yu Yu Hakusho. And Yu Yu Hakusho, I think it's up to 100 and something episodes. So that's interesting. I wonder how far I'll be able to get this year watching the anime. I like the premise and I like how it's a 1990 something movie, either 92 or 1998. I'm not sure. But all those kind of animes have slow starts. They are not rushing anywhere. It's not Netflix. Why? Why are you not watching movies? Are you too busy to watch movies? I hope your work is not so stressful though. Um, those old animes, they take their time starting because When I saw the summary of Yu Hakusho, it was about this guy that he's not supposed to die, but he gave his life for a little boy, and so they're like, okay, instead of you go to heaven or hell, you will be sent on trial to come back to your own body. You get, but like what happens when he comes back is that he now becomes a spirit detective, and at this point in time, how many episodes in? We're not any close to him. uh like he just started the trial in at like by the time episode 3 rolled around. So unlike maybe if it was a Netflix anime or all this new gen anime, they might start everything in episode 1, you know. But I wonder why though. Like, why are you not watching any movies nowadays? Is it work? Is it work? Is it I hope you're not stressed by your job. Oh. If you're stressed by your job, I hope you'll be able to relax this weekend. Or do you work on the weekends? None of my this thing have like proper support. It does not stand. Standing now a bit at least. Let me see this little guy. I think there's not. I put something here. Maybe it might stand. That's one cool thing about play. And just keep adding and adding and adding. Don't be scared. Okay, it's not the back that's the problem. Front. Front is kind of hollow. Ah, too much structure. Why? Why do you ask? How many siblings are? Why? Why are you so curious about that? There's nothing wrong with Bo. I'm curious why you are curious about that. Maybe I'll still workshop. Oh, okay. Um, if I tell you mine, you tell me yours. Agreed. Main issue with this guy is big head. The head is bigger than the entire frame, so it's swaying in front and back. So it's coming to the front. I don't know if it's hollow at the back. If I tell you mine, you tell me yours. How many siblings do you have as well? I have to work on my guy to make him stronger. Not stronger, but more sturdier. A bit weighty in the middle so that the head will not just pull it anyhow. Let's stay. The weapon has fallen down. Stay. Head. Also, I think it's also not the material. I think it's just the head is very big. 5. I have 3 siblings. I have 3 siblings. Need to stay now. have to support this guy's body, to be honest. The head is very big. Although I like how perfect it is. So anyways, I was saying that I like this anime Yu Yu Hakusho, and the anime. Wait, I asked a question to Kabir, yes, that why aren't you watching a movie these days? Not answered. So Yu Yu Hakusho, like I was saying, like there's no rush, you know. There's no rush to the point, the plot or whatever. Everything is, happening. We have this character Kuwabara. I think that's his name, Kuwabara, and the main guy is Yusuke Uramechi. Urameshi, yes. So Yusuke is our main character, and he gives his life for a little boy. He saves the boy. Anyways, the way the thing works, his heartbeat comes alive, and if he's a good guy, he will be saved when the egg he was given by the head of the afterlife committee or afterlife department um, breaks into something good, like a good creature comes out, not a monster that comes out and devours him. But the only thing about him is that already they see him as a bad guy. Like the Green Reaper said, he has only been involved in naughty, selfish activities all his life. So the only thing that was unexpected was him doing something unselfish, and it led to his death. Normally, they expect him to be selfish, and it's like at first it's not. So that means when he's holding onto his egg, yeah, you can't trust. He can't trust himself that the egg is going to turn. That the egg is not going to. He can't trust himself that the egg is going to turn into something good. You know, like he feels the way he has lived his life so far. If his heart continues beating the way it does, it might create a monster inside that egg, and the monster will eat him up. This is so interesting. The monster would eat him up. And yes, he's the main character, but the Green Reaper also tells him that he has to do good deeds, with his spirit, in his spirit form. Do good deeds in such a way that it will add to the good vibes that will finally create a good creature from the egg. And I'm like, how is he supposed to do good deeds as a ghost in a human world, and they cannot see him, they cannot hear him, they cannot touch him, they're even mourning him. I think it's even cool at some point where he kind of his mom, when he died, he was like telling the Grim Reaper, there's no need for the trial, let me just go. I mean, as a ghost, everybody will be happy that I left anyways. Well, when he goes to his wake keep, he sees his mom crying, crying, crying. And even when I saw the mom, like at the beginning of the episode, I really felt maybe she did not care about him, because she was so very dry with him. And I was like, this is why he's ways. Maybe his mom does not care about him. But at the wake, she was crying, and she was like, why did you die, you stupid boy? Come back. All of those things. So when I saw that, it's kind of complicated, because number one, no mother, let me not say no mother, but normally a woman would not like a mother would not expect, like a mother would mourn like her child passing. Yet she doesn't want her child to die. Nobody wants their child to die, you know. But I don't think it takes away from the fact that he didn't feel her love even when she was alive. But anyways, he sees her crying, and he's like, okay, maybe I should make a bouquet. It kind of looks like a chicken leg. He sees her crying, and he's like, okay, I will not die. And he sees his best friend Keiko too is crying as well. One of the teachers that used to give him stress, that used to stress him out in school too, was like Takenaka, yes, Takenaka came to the burial, like to the wakekeeper, and was like crying so badly. Even Kuwabara, that is his mortal enemy, came to the wakekeeper and was like, "Don't die, you this Kozo," all of that. So I think it's like a very cool concept of an anime. That's why I was watching it around like 3 a.m. today. I was watching it around 3 a.m. today. But the only thing now is that I wonder, I'm not in a hurry to. That's one cool thing about watching a 90s anime is that you relax. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. You have to wait. You have to go along with the pacing of the story. There's no rush to put out episodes in 1 month, to finish the anime in 1 month while releasing the episode every day or every weekend or something, and then making the other half of the story to continue in season 2. All of that. So anyways, the story is very intentional, and I'll call it slow, but I won't call it rushed either. It's just very, it has a story to tell. The anime has its story, it's telling. So it is not interested in speeding up to the point of it. And like, even when it gets to the point where he becomes a detective, how is he going to start? Like, what will now be um, the end goal of all these adventures as a spirit detective? Yeah, he's not doing well in school. He's a truant, basically, in school. So, how will him coming back, show up in his life? Will he be more serious? All of those things. I think those are interesting conversations to have. Things I want to see answered by the animes. Like by the time I get to that point in the anime, sha. Anyways, it was fun doing this with everybody today on stream. Today's stream was nice. I got to want my milestone, which is 100 subs. Else, I keep I keep reaching milestones as we go ahead in the stream. I hope we keep reaching wonderful milestones in the stream. Also, another thing that I think is wonderful about today's stream is that the noise. Oh, those people did not come to play ball today. I have a moment of peace to stream. Yesterday was so bad. I could barely hear myself, and I don't think people had fun, reading with me yesterday. So I don't know. Maybe I should plan my reading about around whenever the football team is not around to the football team is not around to um, play a game. Maybe I should plan my streams around then. Ah, this is so nice. I think my network glitched again, so MTN as usual, consistent with their glitching. I don't think it's empty, and I think it's just this environment, this place I put my phone to stream that caused it. This is my spot for now, I guess. I'm going to just keep up with it. Oh, I've gotten to the end of today's stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing and supporting. I hope to see you in the next stream. Today we made this little guy, and his name is 100. He's an alien like me, and maybe he will be joining us in subsequent streamings. How about that? Anyways, thank you for being here. Bye bye.